my mindset taught me so much when it came to ball because I never quit. I never quit in entrepreneurship. You get what I'm saying? So since day one, I always been the person I am now. I just learned how to read P&Ls. I learned how to file taxes. I learned how to do things that ain't gonna get me incarcerated, you know, and do it the right way.
Right.
But nothing really is different. Like I tell, you know, the youngsters all the time, if you got a grind, if you got a hustle that you gonna go out there every day and go chase, then you're an entrepreneur.
Crazy.
I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve.
Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy. Your boy Phillionaire is in the building.
Claude Kelly is in the building.
Bacon for Macon is here and in the building.
And we're not alone.
Not at all. Never alone, but
Never alone.
Special guest today.
So our special guest this week, he might know something about Philadelphia.
I believe
Absolutely.
A serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
2023 Black Enterprise 40 under 40 honoree.
Huge.
Big things.
Huge.
Forbes magazine called him the Colonel Sanders
Colonel.
of cheesesteaks.
Big.
Make some noise. Derrick Hayes in the building.
Yeah. Happy you're here, man.
Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all for having me.
What's up, Colonel?
Hey man, I got. Hey, listen, I laughed at it too when I seen it.
That's
Wow.
what. Those are big words.
Nah,
You're
definitely.
doing big things.
Definitely.
Congratulations on all the success and the hard work. I know it's hard work. So.
Oh no, I appreciate it. It's definitely hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz around Atlanta about the cheesesteaks. Like, how does it feel to be at this point knowing what you've come from?
To be honest, it feel good because, you know, like when you starting something, when you really are like a dreamer, like you really like deep dreamer, you always see the end. You always see where you want to go. Nobody else know where they want to see you go, but
Yeah.
you know. And right now I'm getting my flowers, and you know, the 8.5, 9 years I've been hustling, it's showing and proving who I've been this whole time. So it feel good. I'm living in my moment right now. I told people 2024 is gonna be my season. This is gonna be the year where I separate myself from a lot of things and a lot of people and a lot of situations where I get all my flowers and bring people with me along the way.
And here we are
Yeah,
doing it.
feel good.
It's got to feel good. Because the thing about it is that like when you're on the grind of most people think you're crazy.
Oh yeah.
And they find all the ways to tell you why you shouldn't do it, why it's a big mistake. But the ones who win are the ones that
I love that though. I love
resilience.
that. That's how I get my battery charged. Like right now, if I'm sitting here talking to y'all, and when I leave, if somebody be like, "Yeah, them dudes ain't really believing you," I'm gonna see y'all in like 12, 24 months, and y'all gonna be like, "Damn, he turned into Superman now." But like that's how I really get my energy. I use like all the negative stuff, and sometimes it ain't so bad because sometimes it do be you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be in your own way. Sometimes, you know, you use bad relationships onto your new relationships, and you should have used them differently. You could have grew differently. So
That part.
yeah, along the way, I learned a lot with this. I stay mindful of what I put myself in and protect my energy, man. Like that's the biggest thing when it comes to entrepreneurship, even life. Like if I get up every single morning and I protect my energy, if I'm around people who sharpen me every single day, I'm gonna be a sharp knife. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I can't dog me out. I can keep on going, keep on pushing what
Very
I'm
true.
chasing.
I mean, greatness begets greatness.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the company you keep.
Oh, it means everything. It means
Everything.
everything. Can't take everybody with you.
So take us back to Philadelphia, West Philadelphia. Growing up, what was the childhood years like?
I just was like this inner city kid just hustling. I mean, like in Philly, it's the jungle. Like you really got to go out there and get it. Ain't nothing soft about that city that's gonna get handed to you. So, you know, coming up, like I had my mother and my father. My dad used to always keep me out the streets by like fishing, drag racing, all of those things, and then he would invite my homies with him. But along the way, you know, like the most critical thing, like when you growing up, is when you get like maybe like 13, 14, 15 years old in the city. And that's when the pressure start coming on from what you need. Like he got them Jordans on, he got that new outfit on, that pressure hit you differently. So you in these four walls of your neighborhood, it's all you know. You don't know the outside world yet. So you grinding and your wants and your needs is off of what you see. So if you seen back in the day, you seen the drug boy pull up, he had the Accurate Legend, the NSX, any of those things, You know, I seen that growing up. So like these are things that I always kept my hustling. Like when I was like 12 years old, I was on a corner selling bean pies and newspapers with a 5% more. You see what I'm saying? I was shoveling snow for rich neighborhoods. Like I always been a hustler, like since I've been a kid, but I always knew that I wanted to be somebody. I always knew I was special. I just ain't know what I wanted to do. And you know, growing up, you got the basketball course, you got the football field. You got to pick one.
Yeah.
I picked basketball. My whole life I was playing ball, and of course, you know, only a certain amount of people, you know, make it so far. But my mindset taught me so much when it came to ball because I never quit. I never quit in entrepreneurship. You get what I'm saying? So since day one, I always been the person I am now. I just learned how to read P&Ls. I learned how to file taxes. I learned how to do things that ain't gonna get me incarcerated, you know, and do it the right way.
Right.
But nothing really is different. Like I tell, you know, the youngsters all the time, if you got a grind, if you got a hustle that you're gonna go out there every day and go chase, then you're an entrepreneur. Because listen, if you right now punch in Google right now, you ask Google, what's the biggest fact in business to be successful? It's gonna tell you right now, basically you gotta keep on going. You can't quit. You gotta stay consistent to what you're doing. That's the key to anything. So if I'm staying consistent, even if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm staying consistent till I learn. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you can jump into something and don't really know what you're doing. If you stay consistent, the game gonna teach you.
Yeah, you'll
just,
learn.
Just keep on going. I ain't know nothing about you know, I knew how to hustle. I ain't know how to. I wasn't a businessman. So when I jumped in this in 2014, I'm inside this little Shell gas station in Dunwoody, Georgia. Everybody that know me like that knew Atlanta was like, yo, don't go with that location. It's too far. But sometimes you got to go with what God gives you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't want the yacht if you need a rowboat first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Like,
a lot of people need a rowboat
Yeah,
first.
like you
I'm
need
still
to,
in the rowboat.
Yeah, it's cool though. I mean, all that's cool because the rowboat is gonna give you the beautiful sides of your journey.
Yeah.
The obstacles, the ups and downs, the roller coaster rides. You don't want the boat that's just gonna take you A to B because if it ain't never burn you, you ain't gonna teach you. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, if you're in a yacht and you're not equipped for a yacht,
Ooh.
Oh yeah, hey, listen, no shot to MC Hammer, but that's what's gonna happen. You know, like when you don't pay attention to your finances, man. Listen, I don't care how much money you got coming in. If you making it and you spending it as it's coming in, it could be millions, it could be thousands. It's all gonna go the same way. And I learned that along the way too. Like money come and go, but when you set up right for a bounce back, or you set up right not to put yourself in that trap. You learn from all of those things so it don't happen to you again. So you need that to happen. So early on into my journey, you know, me growing in the gas station, I started in 2014. I thought I was going to open this and I thought I was going to have a line out the door. Not one single soul pulled up on me, walked in the door, no nothing, because I'm in this neighborhood that's predominantly white, and also it's not my culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I really just like took something. That's why I say like I really took this out the mud, because it's easier sometimes when you can adapt to your environment, right? But when you can't adapt to your environment and you got to learn a new culture and learn new cultures along the way and learn how they do things, then you learn how to be a businessman. You learn how to be an entrepreneur. I tell people, like, you got LLC builders, people that got a bunch of LLCs that want to seem important, and you got entrepreneurs, people that actually made millions out of their business, made it work.
it's a difference.
And everything I got my hands in, everything I built, make millions, because I never gave up and I learned the game of being an entrepreneur.
Wow. Word is that when you got to Atlanta, you saw the need for a proper cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Like you wasn't fulfilled. Talk to the people about what a good cheesesteak
Yes,
is.
please.
Yeah,
Define a good cheesesteak.
listen,
Because
I'ma
I want
tell
to know
you,
what to order.
I'm gonna let
you
y'all
know
know
what I'm
though. First, before we get to the taste of the cheesesteak, let's talk about what it's called.
Yes,
because you know, down in the South, they say, "Let me go get a Philly." You know, that Philly was good, and I'd be like, "What?" Like, we don't even use that word in Philly. It's cheesesteak. Like, that's it. It's cheesesteak. So if I know if you got a cheesesteak, I got a chance at getting something real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I went into this spot and they said they had a Philly and I was fiending for a cheesesteak, I'm like, damn, I'm just trying. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? It was busy. I bid it, and I was just like, you know what? It's time to go ahead and chase that journey that I wanted to do. But I ain't started off selling cheesesteaks. I started out selling water ice. I was selling Italian ice, aka water ice. But again, I'm in a neighborhood that does not know what any of this is, so I gotta, try to teach them,
educate them at the same time.
Educating them at the same time. Like, I remember, man, honestly, one of the most heart-touching things that I had to overcome in this business early on is walking up to a lady. She was in a van. She had like 3 kids with her. And I wanted to go give her a flyer, and she told me to get back. She didn't want me to pump her gas. And, like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, that I picked the wrong neighborhood. They're not going to accept me here. But, like, sometimes we don't understand that the stereotypes come from what they don't know.
Right.
It don't always be the racism card.
Yeah, it's not personal.
It's not personal. It's just off of what the environment showed them who you are. You know what I'm saying? And when I took that side of out my thought process, I started to gain more of a customer base because I started to grow thicker skin, even than the streets ever taught me. Because listen, you can have a homie tell you something, or you can get into altercations with anybody. But when you're trying to do something right and somebody tell you you're doing something wrong, don't nothing hurt more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I changed my life. Like, what are you talking about? Give me my shot. Give me my chance. So that was my mentality. But at the same time, I got to show them. You know what I'm saying? They could, speaking ain't going to do it. So I say, you know what? I'm going to hustle in this gas station all year long. I'm going to show them a positive me, and they're going to support me. And that lady I'm telling y'all about wound up being one of my biggest customers. Like, before I left, Like, she was a community person. But like I said, like, I got all these tattoos on my body, what she may see on the news or she see stereotype, shit, I'd be scared too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I had to put myself in that mindset. Sometimes you got to take yourself outside your body to understand what you in.
Yeah, and see how people might be seeing you, whether it feels good to you or not. Yeah, it's true.
But your establishment, though, Big Dave's Cheesesteaks, like, ranked number 10? Like top 10?
Top 10.
Hey, man, listen, I don't even want to cut y'all off
crazy.
with this, but I would have been number 1, man. But, this is important what I'm about to tell y'all.
Yeah.
Like, so I got picked in Georgia in 2018 to represent Georgia for a sandwich competition in Orange Beach, Alabama, right? Now, we talking about Alabama. Again, stereotype to say you ain't got a shot in Alabama. So I went with that stereotype, in my mind while I'm there. But I had to talk myself off the ledge to say, listen, you belong here. You here because you're supposed to be here. So why when I get there, man, I'm thinking I'm about to cook these cheesesteaks on a flat top. They got a barbecue gas grill.
Yikes.
They got barbecue gas grills and stoves. It's like all these stations set up. So, like, now the obstacle of me saying, like, oh, man, I can't do this. Now I'm back on my hustle bag again like I'm from Philly. I go to Walmart, go get a skillet, hot plate joint. Just steel plate, sit that joint right down on that fire, and I cooked on that joint just like a skillet. You feel me? Like, so, like, some stuff you got to do that you got to. Everything is not going to be the way you want it to go.
It's not gonna be easy.
It ain't going to be easy. So I'm sitting there making this cheesesteak, right? I get this cheesesteak to Bo Jackson. Again, like, this cheesesteak has took me into rooms and in spaces that I couldn't even imagine. So now I'm giving this cheesesteak to Bo Jackson, right? And I'm in this big arena. And I'm sitting there talking to this lady, ain't even thinking a chance in the world they about to call my name. When they called me, the lady was like, I think they called you. I had to look up at the monitor to see my face to believe it was real. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? I went up against over 15,000 people.
15,000?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was crazy. But, like, the thing is like, I ranked 7th in the world that year.
That's in the world. Like,
in the world.
Yeah.
And I didn't even make it to the final round because I got disqualified because I didn't submit my recipe, so I never lost. You understand what I'm saying?
Got you.
I got disqualified for the last run. I never got a chance to prove myself. But the opportunities that gave me along the way was massive. I mean, like, now I can always say I rank top 10 in the world in sandwiches, not cheesesteaks. Because we're talking about sandwiches could be broad-based to anything across the board. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's a heavy flex, especially never going to Cordon Blues, never had no cooking experience.
Right.
Just grew up in the kitchen with my grandfather finishing off Sunday dinners. So you never know, like, what your gift going to be. Like, I thought I was going to make it in basketball, but one day a pastor told me I was going to be a pastor, and I'm like, nah, I ain't going to be no pastor. And I'm spreading the word every single day.
I'm say it's not
pulpit, but, like, sometimes in life you got to just, like, whatever God put in you to instill into other people, that's who you are. And if you fight against that, you're going to be in quicksand your whole life. That's why a lot of people don't make it in life, because they fighting against who you supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So that's how I figured out who I wanted to be. They like, I got homies like listen, I came to Atlanta with 7 figures, right? So check this out. Imagine over a year's time, you become the cook. So everybody like, damn, you blew that money. You're a cook now.
Right.
So like secretly, I'm seeing the people, you know what I'm saying, that's around me laugh and all of that. But I knew my mission already.
Right.
You can't laugh at a set mission.
That didn't phase you.
No, it didn't phase me because I already knew I was going to be in places like this one day. I was going to be getting honored. Like, I've been on the Forbes Top 1000. I've been on the cover of Essence. I've been now honored 2023 40 Under 40 Black Enterprise. I done been on the cover of multiple magazines. I done been in everything. And I'm talking about I'm from the hood. I'm an entrepreneur that's really ain't supposed to be here.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these guys went to school and not taking nothing from that, but the highest level of education I got is a diploma. You get what I'm saying? So you don't never let nobody trick you out of things. That's why I say you allow yourself to get in rooms and sometimes just be that fly on the wall and learn. And when you get around people, don't ask for their number all the time. You're going to see them again.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that second time, they're going to give it to you. The different game, because you ain't get lucky in that room. I seen you in another one. You belong in these rooms, and I'm gonna treat you like you belong here.
And let them see you.
And let them see you
in your greatness, and then come to you. Yeah.
I don't care what great come up to me. Listen, I respect everybody, but if I belong there, I belong here. You're gonna treat me like I belong here.
These are gems.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
He's a gem.
Gems.
We sound crazy.
Arguably one of the top 5 female hip hop MCs for me personally. Eve
is
Definitely.
so cold with it.
And a real one, man.
And so cool.
A real one.
So Eve, you said saved your life?
She saved my life, man. 2015, Eve was shooting barbershop. She came in my location. But you know the funny thing, she made me earn it, because she ain't just was like, I'm going to post it. She was like, the people that was with her ain't ordering it until she ate it to say it was real. So imagine you having everything you wanted in life. You got the money, you got the cars, you got the clothes, the jewelry, anything you wanted, and now you at your downfall of your life. You don't have anything. You broke. You know what I'm saying? And this cheesesteak is all you got. This is the only person you got right here, your last chance for somebody to walk in that door, because nobody is supporting you. And at the time, I didn't have no celebrities walking in my door supporting me or hanging with me or any of that thing. So I'm cooking her a chicken cheesesteak, and I'm talking to myself like, listen, you been practicing all this time. You ain't no practice players. This is the game.
This is the one.
Yeah, this the one. When she bit that joint, she was like, oh my God. Next thing you know, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on all her social media platforms. You know, like, to be honest, man, like, I ain't really had too many men to be real with me. You know, I'm like, men turn into haters. Like, not to say that everybody get envy and jealousy, jealous of you, but like, women has helped me much more than the brothers has helped me along the way, because it's like this, right? If you right here with me right now, if we like right now, y'all all got this podcast, but if a network just say, like, you know, want to single one of y'all out and be like, yo, we want to give y'all 50, we want to give you 50 million, you know, they could do their thing, we'll keep their thing rolling, but we want you to have your own show. Y'all should support y'all brother. Y'all should be happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes in life, like, you might not be getting the applause at that time, but like, him going up a notch is going back to say, all right, he coming to get me. And we don't be understanding that sometimes.
The support system.
Yeah, we don't get that, because everybody ain't gonna get tagged. Like, when you playing it's like everybody ain't gonna get catch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, sometimes you might be the most firest one, but it wasn't your time yet, because you wasn't ready mentally.
Of course, yeah.
Because you was gonna mess it up. You ain't have the principles and the morals.
Mess up the whole bag.
Yeah, for real. Think about it. You got to really sit and think about it. Think about how many people right now actually have God-given talent, but if they actually took it serious, what have they been?
Majority of the people.
You get what I'm saying?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, even like I just on some real stuff. I'm telling y'all something real. On the way here, I was saying to myself, like, because I was like, what I want to talk to them about today, and the one thing I want to be honest with is that I just stopped freestyling. I got a gift. I don't have to practice like a lot of entrepreneurs and and put these calendars together and all of that. Like I tack every single day. Like I just know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to stop doing it that way because ain't no plan to that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how good you at something, you gotta have a plan to be able to execute it in the end. It's like if you was trying to save money in the bank, if you keep pitting it up and never looking at it, how can you ever know how much you got? You get what I'm saying? So like I'm sitting here, I can give game all day long and I can be real with my audience and I can tell them how I did it. But I gotta be real with them. And about 5 or 6, maybe 7 years of this whole time, I just been freestyling because I got a gift. It's all real. Like it ain't no, like I ain't editing videos. Like even when I used to be in my gas station making cheesesteaks, you seeing meat on the floor, you seeing cheese over there. Like you like, damn, how he getting away with this? Like how are they not talking about what the kitchen look like?
Right.
Because everybody want to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be perfect. Like you could look at Sexy Red. Everybody like, how is she doing these things? She being her.
She being herself.
She being her. Because guess what? If I'm myself, I ain't never got to be you.
Can't be
I ain't never got to act like you, and I ain't never got to act like you. I could be me every single time. And when I walk in the room, they going to be like, yo, that's his character. That's who he is. He ain't trying to be like nobody else because don't nobody want to copy.
Exactly.
Nobody.
I tell them every day. I try to tell them every day. I'm one of one over here.
101?
No, but I'm going to switch it up get into your musical palette a little bit. Give me your top 5 hip-hop MCs, dead or alive.
In no order.
No order.
In no order. Why you gonna do this to me, man? I'm gonna go Hove. I'm gonna go Kiss. I'm gonna go J. Cole. I'm gonna go Meek for sure from my city. I'm gonna go Rose.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Nas. I need one more.
You went over the 5. But
Yeah, I need one more because it's always that 6 man.
Okay.
But I need one more. And that 6 person, and I don't even know how I did this. I left out 2 greats, but you said Dierre. I want to just do that live because everybody going to say Pac and Big. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's fair.
So that's why I didn't even put them.
Put them on their own Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
I think to be honest, I think the respect that we gotta give them is to just leave them alone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So my 6th person, I'm gonna go Beanie Siegel.
Beans.
Beanie Siegel. Y'all notice how? Listen, y'all notice how I picked these artists though, right? They all had times and era where we needed.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about every rapper that I just named right now had times where they actually had the game in their hands. You know what I'm saying? In a certain way. And if I'm gonna go for a street legend, and I don't think nobody in the history did it like this guy that I'm about to name right now, I'm gonna go Jeezy. And Jeezy right now, I think he motivated the streets more than any other artist I just named.
I agree. I co-sign that.
I wouldn't say he slept on, but definitely I still feel like he get a lot more
No,
respect on
if you
his
notice,
name.
I wanted to sit certain ones out. You know what I'm saying? And I think he another one that deserved to sit out. And I mean, come on, I'm missing a lot other greats, but I'm talking about like when you say like you can go from like early like 2000s, like 05 to 09, all those years, he had the game in a different type of chokehold. Like if you wasn't a hustler, you wanted to be one. If you ain't know what a kilo was, you was trying to learn one.
He was trying to learn.
You was trying to learn it. You know what I'm saying? And then like on the other side, like you got Hove, that's like kind of giving you the mature game that you got to develop yourself to. A lot of Hove bars that go over your head if you ain't in that type of era or time in your life. So like you might miss a bar and then you might hear it like 7 years later and be like, damn, he said that. Because you went in your time in your life to understand it. You know what I'm saying? And then Kiss gonna give you them punchlines, like he gonna give you them different type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm going off of my childhood era. I'm not going off of right now.
It's got to be your personal list.
Yeah, and I'm missing a few others. I love Tip. And I like Luda too.
Yeah,
I think
Luda, man.
Luda is probably the most. Him and Busta Rhymes is probably one of the most underrated lyrical artists of our times.
Agreed.
So y'all know I know music then.
He's like, just checking.
We sound crazy.
Trunk rattling, what's happening, huh? I don't even think I need the speed. Bass traveling, bass crackling, huh? Turn it up and make the speakers bleed. Dirty South, we ballin', dog.
I want to know, in those years of you working hard and trying to get to this point where you are, what was the soundtrack? Like, what were some songs or albums that that kind of gave you that energy that you needed to
Man,
push
what we
forward?
just was listening to, Dreams and Nightmares. I ain't even gonna lie. See, a lot with Meek music resonates to me because I be feeling his pain when he be some of the stuff he be saying. I've been through it. I know what it's like to feel like the underdog and they play with you. Just like in a new song when he say, you know, they'll try to treat you like the underdog and till you pull up with some shit like a 300 ball. I really be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I really get treated like that until I show them the difference. But like I could relate to that. And then like you could use like I would say like when it comes to like who touched me like in music, I ain't even gonna lie, I would go to Hove. But I wouldn't listen to Hove. You probably would listen to. I probably would be like Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
It's my favorite album.
You get what I'm saying?
That's definitely my favorite album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I might be Reasonable Doubt.
Feel the legs pushing up on the sand. Feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel it raging high in the sky.
I know you feeling it.
It might be artists like right now from my city that's on a development level on their way up, like Tor. I love Tor. West Philly Tor. If y'all don't know Tor, check him out. Fire. Like I've been listening to Tor a lot because I watch Tor develop. I love to see people develop.
Yeah, to come up.
Yeah, I like to see that. Like I really watch Uzi turn into a superstar.
A
You know what I'm saying?
superstar.
Yeah, like I seen it though with my own eyes. It wasn't from like a lens. It was like seeing it. Like I remember one time I was in LA with him, and he was just leaving the show, and I seen some girl pass out. Like it was like Michael Jackson. So when you can see it, you could be it. So I'm on the grill still making cheesesteaks, but I'm around all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? I only needed somebody to show me the game. I never need nobody to give me no handouts. Just show me the way.
Yeah.
You know that with that sign, they take you to the water, you drink it.
Yeah.
Just take me to the water. I don't need you to drink it for me.
I don't need you to drink it for me.
I
I'm
don't
good.
need you to drink it for me.
Yeah, I'll take care of the
You know what
rest.
I'm saying?
So you got 144 employees across 7 stores.
Yeah, so some of it is my catering department.
Okay.
But and I'm about to have more than that. When Charlotte open, I'm about to be giving another 28 to 35 people jobs.
That's responsibility right there.
Yeah, like when they be like, like I got real like grown man rich people problems. Man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I told my homie the other day, I'm like, I got like need like $2 million tomorrow type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got real problems, so like when you in these situations that I'm in now, like you learn how to like stay stagnant, like and don't rush the success because like you got so many lives in your hand to play with. And I want people to actually really grow in my company. I don't want people to come in, punch the clock, and just getting a paycheck.
And not care.
Nah, like I gave out equity, phantom equity to some of my day ones, like that been there in the beginning with me. So like they ain't gotta wait for a 401k or retirement when they done. When I decide one day to hang it all up. But my thing is this: like, if you want somebody to believe in you and work hard for you, you gotta believe in them the same way. Now. Nah, like you ain't giving nobody the ball that just come in on the team, but like if you see that grind, that hustle, when shit ugly and they still beside you, like come on, we got to go.
Yeah.
You don't get rid of them people.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You
You can't
You
replace
reward
them.
the day
Yeah,
one.
them type people like that. But like, look, you could take the biggest companies in the world. You could take Amazon, any of them companies in the world, right? They gonna have layoffs, right? Whatever the way the economy swings is the way the businesses work. But like, when you got real soldiers that be like, listen, whatever I gotta do, I'm here. Like, and you gotta understand too, as a CEO too, like these people got families, they got responsibilities that they gotta take care of too. But you ain't a boss till you understand that you get paid less. Like, a lot of people want to be the boss, but the boss costs so much to be the boss. That word, man, like that word costs so much because like when shit ain't right and you ain't make much as profit, guess what? You the boss.
You the one who has to eat that loss.
Yeah, you got to eat that loss. Like, and just to put this out there too, I want to talk a little bit about this too, because a lot of us now are starting to jump into raise money for our brands and what we want or what we think we deserve. But listen, your company not worth nothing until you show it. Until your taxes say that you are profitable, your company is just a company that you build and that you believe in.
Right.
And that took me a long time to understand because, like, you got strangers, you love it. That's like your woman. You love your woman. Like, I don't love your woman.
She's beautiful to you.
She's beautiful. Exactly. Like, but that's your business. That's your baby. It's the same way. So, like, a good story is great, but a better story is when you got your shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got your shit together and your story is great, they can't stop you. You unstoppable because guess what? When you walk in the rooms and you're like, yo, here's my deck, here's my EPK, here's my financials, my books are clean, here's my story. Damn, I want to give you some money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have no ifs and buts about not wanting to help you.
Can't poke no holes in
Yeah, but guess what? If you walk in the room and you say, listen, man, I'm thinking about hiring this accountant because the last one I just had 5 minutes ago got me all jacked up and trying to get everything together. My sales is getting there, but I got a ways to go. I'm going to holler at you next year maybe.
when you're ready.
When you're ready.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about that's how the big dogs look at it. You be thinking like, oh, you don't know what you missing.
It's personal.
They're already wealthy.
Yeah, it's not personal.
No, listen, the average person that's wealthy, the opportunity of the aspect of making more is always good. But like the journey of saying like, I can help us both win versus I need money always sound better. You get what I'm saying? Because they want to add something else to their portfolio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you coming at them telling them, oh man, I just made 10, 15 million this year. They made 10, 15 million last week.
Yeah.
Last week. It's not
So like
impressive.
the language ain't the same. So your bragging rights might be bragging to you, but to them, what sounds better is I got an opportunity that we can scale this to $1 billion brand and we can win. And that sounds a lot better because
Much better.
It sounds better because I'm saying we, not me, and I'm not saying I need. I'm saying we can do this. If we plan to do this the right way, if we do it the right way.
That's good.
So Derrick, we actually think about getting into the franchise business, and I'm sure there's others out there watching and listening that are. What's the first step? If I wanted to get a Big Dave Cheesesteaks, if we wanted to start up a franchise or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, what would be the first step? Like,
so if y'all was doing it as a team, what I would tell y'all to do is create a LLC, right? And whatever y'all gonna put in the pot equally, and then y'all start y'all operating agreement together, right? And then y'all come to me, and then I say, listen, where y'all want to go? We do a discovery day. We do the financials.
you happen to have any in Virginia? Just curious.
None in Virginia.
No, I got a lot of interest in Virginia, but not signed yet.
Just tell them hold off.
Yeah, but what I would do is, I would take y'all out on the discovery day with my broker and my team and see how y'all like the brand, see how I feel y'all out. See, the reason why brands like Chick-fil-A got to where they at because they ain't just picked the money.
Yeah.
I'm picking relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like, listen, with the money my company make, I can get anybody to sign on to it, right? But, like, I want people to understand, like, I'm chasing people that's like-minded like me that I can see go from 5 units to 50 units.
Yeah.
And we keeping that same culture inside the brand. And it's not changing. And that's how you scale a $1 billion business.
That's a gem. Another gem on top of a gem.
But the thing is, we often talk about you as an entrepreneur, right? I mean, you killing it, but your philanthropy, you do a lot for the community, a lot of give back. Talk about that for a bit.
To be honest, I did that a lot of the philanthropy just off of me wanting to help. Like 2020, like when the pandemic first hit, I seen so many businesses around me that was going out of business. So many business owners that ran off on their employees because they ain't have the financial gain to pay their employees. And I'm like, you know what? I got to do something. I got to step up. So that week or the second week of the pandemic, I fed 1,000 people in the neighborhood. They was lined up in their cars. And then I fed 40 hospitals every single day, not knowing what COVID was, not knowing how bad it is. Like, I'm like, listen, if these healthcare providers can be in these hospitals every single day trying to save lives, I can feed them. So it's a difference between me saying, yo, I'm going to be there for the community than me saying, I'm showing you I'm there for the community. So now when I'm speaking and I'm talking about my philanthropy work, I'm talking about what I actually did, not what I want to do. There's a lot of people out here talking about what they want to do and not what they did. I'm talking about what I did so you understand who I am as a person. Now, You fast forward, you go to the George Floyd riots. My windows got broke out, right? So I'm in this time like, damn, why this happened to me? But then I see guys like Russ, Schoolboy Q, donate me money to get my windows and stuff fixed, right?
Yeah.
So they other brothers that stepped up. So what I did was, I ain't even use their money. I just took their money and matched it and gave it to the business owners around me so they can open back up.
Because the whole community is.
Yeah, because if we listen, I told these wealthy guys that own these skyscraper buildings, I got them all on a Zoom, and I said, listen, if y'all help these businesses get back open, they can pay y'all rent. But if they don't pay y'all rent, y'all not gonna pay y'all mortgages. So we all gonna lose. So what people don't understand is like, when the little guys out chucking, you gotta help them. Like, it won't be no Walmart, it won't be no BJ's, it won't be any of these places to be able to be the wholesaler market if we ain't taking care of the small owned businesses, because they shopping and go pit in their restaurants. When you're looking at the restaurant depots of the world, you know what I'm saying? When you're going out looking at millions and millions of small owned businesses every single day shopping in these facilities because they can't get the Cisco's, they can't get the US Foods, they can't get the Gordons because they don't have big enough markets yet or contracts to be able to get these services. But they still shopping in the restaurant depots, they still shopping in the Walmarts, they still shopping in all these places to provide their service for their restaurants. So they keep the world going around the small guy. And we got to understand that. So when we come together and understand that the small guy runs the world, then we going to know how to angle
It's all small business
Yeah.
that sometimes becomes big business.
Yeah, like my business right now, the name of Big Dave's is bigger than the actual location count that I have. Like the brand is nationally known and I got 7 locations. I made the name massive. Now I don't have to chase the name.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
A lot of people go do it backwards and build and then try to build the name. No, the name is built. So when I'm dropping them, they already know it exists. They ain't no like I got a market. They already know it's there because I spent time building the name and the brand. So when I put it anywhere I want it, they know it. They was waiting for it.
We sound crazy.
So, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, but you also a husband and a father.
Because y'all both be going.
Yeah, man. It's like a non-stop in my house. It's like an electric slide with old people all day.
How do the both of you balance? Because I mean, you all are in your own in your own right. Y'all are doing, as Claude said, y'all are always moving. How do you all balance entrepreneurship with family and making sure you make time for each other and your family and everyone else?
You know what's so crazy? We get asked this question in every interview we do. We don't. We just do it.
Yeah.
Like, because listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I probably, more than likely, well, I know I will never find that match that understands me the way she understands me, right? So like, you gotta look at it this way. I use this scenario all the time. You know, the movie Going in 60 Seconds. So you know when they in the car and they about to steal Eleanor, right? They start talking about the car parts and all that. They start getting turned on like they about to have sex. That's us with business.
Wow.
You understand that? If I could just, that's how that's us. Like when we come up with an idea that's fire, we know about to make millions. We locked in. We don't care if it take 14 hours. Like we just add it.
Yeah.
This P&L. Look at this P&L.
Yeah. But you know the
EBITDA.
Yeah.
You know?
what the four walls look like. No, but you know what's the good thing is that I'm glad you said that is because, like, we've had days where, like, you know, and I'm saying this because, and this ain't no flex. This is just like me seeing the growth of us. Like in the beginning, I seen days where we may make 100 together, and I seen days where we made over 300 together in a day. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing these businesses prosper and what they doing. The real blessing of it all is to look at my sales and look at her sales and know if the market is down. Look at the way business is trending, and then the good thing is that some stuff that we have coming in might be better for her or it might be better for me. So it's like we killing the game with how we choosing to pick what we want to do, but we giving them something they never seen. I mean, like right now, you took 2 entrepreneurs that was in a restaurant space, and we get invited to damn near every red carpet it is. I'm talking about because we've entered a space more so that the world's never seen. Like, you know, they don't even know what to call us right now. You know, but it's cool. Long as they don't, I'm not chasing celebrity. I'm not chasing popular. I'm chasing legend. Cause I want them to talk about me when I'm dead and gone. I want the kids to learn about me in the history books that it was a kid out of West Philly that did it his way, that entered in rooms and chats that he didn't belong in, but he actually did. You know what I'm saying?
Chasing legend.
Chasing legend.
Yeah.
That's
I
the name
like
of the
it.
episode.
Yeah.
Chasing legend is the name of the
I was
episode.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
For sure. The one thing you didn't explain early that Flex is describe a perfect cheesesteak. So when
Salt, pepper, ketchup, fried onions, mayonnaise, man.
all right, just making sure. Because
American cheese.
American cheese.
Listen, if any Philly person tell you something different, they ain't from the city.
From Philly.
They from the outskirts. They from like Allentown. They from Paoli. And you know, a lot of Chester people, they be trying to say they from Philly.
Trying to claim it?
Shout out to Chester, no diss. But like, yeah, nah. If you're from Philly, you know that a real cheesesteak is salt, pepper, ketchup, fried onions, American cheese. But I made the Dave's way famous. I made my dad's sandwich famous, and that's 3 cheese, onion, mushrooms, peppers, and people go crazy over it.
People are going crazy over it.
Yeah.
Man, that made me feel, you know, back when I was young, y'all used to eat steakums. Y'all been
Yo,
steakums?
you know what's so crazy? I was just about to tell you a story about that. You know how how life is a full circle moment. I used to be hungry as shit in the house. You know, like sometimes, right? Mom might be at work. I don't want to ooze noodles.
It was either ramen noodles or the steakums.
Or
Right?
Yeah, straight up.
So I go in the freezer, right? Do y'all know about Murray's?
Yeah.
All right, so I used to go to Murray's, right? So Murray's had these steakums. Murray's
did.
steakums used to, them joints
They were the
crazy.
best.
Slap.
like crazy. So, but I used to be in the house making my own cheesesteak, right? Just not knowing that this was gonna save my life, though. Like people understand, like I didn't necessarily know that, like the cheesesteak thing was gonna be what I was gonna do. When I came to Atlanta, I came for a mindset of saying I want to change my life. I know I ain't coming here to fail. I know when I come here, I'm going to be everything that I want to be because I'm coming to somewhere that's embracing our culture in a different way than any city in America. And how can you fail here when you ain't lazy? In Atlanta right now, if you get up out your bed every single day and chase something, you're going to be successful. It depends on what you call your successful to be successful to you. You know, a lot of people are living in their success right now, but they're looking at other people's success so they don't understand they're successful. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You have to learn your success. God ain't going to put you on that mountaintop the way he put him on that mountaintop. He put you there so maybe that you still can touch some of the youngins so you ain't too far apart. Because sometimes you can get so successful and you don't know what's going on in the hoods no more. Think about it. Some of the most famous people in the world right now are the ones that still can be touched.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2024, we're here. What's in store?
Everything. Y'all about to see me open up hundreds of locations.
Let's go.
Listen, yeah, they going to put some big respect on my name because, like, I went from, you know, maybe even asking some people to invest in the early days. And I don't get mad because people didn't see the vision. But I want you to understand that don't let this happen to you again with somebody else.
What advice would you give young Derrick? Like, if you could go back and talk to that teenager in West Philadelphia, what would you say to him?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Do your thing, Derrick.
Do your thing, because all the stuff that I've seen in my life is the reason why I am who I am now. Like, you know, when I write my memoir in the end, people going to be like, damn, I understand. Like, you know, I've seen stuff with my 2 eyes that only people see in movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been around crazy situations where I got PTSD for the rest of my life, and I live in a country club. I can hear a noise and can't get sleep for the rest of the night. That's never going to go away. That's childhood trauma. But guess what? These generational curses I'm breaking is going to let my kids never have that trauma.
Yeah.
And that's all I care about.
That's good too.
Yeah.
I hope you learned something here.
So
Phil.
many
Gym
gems.
after gym, man.
I got my notes over here. I've been taking notes. Man.
A
This is
low
good.
key sermon,
Because we be
man.
putting all the stuff in our head. Like, we ain't perfect. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and we be beating ourselves up with it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
some stuff you might have said to somebody, you might just been on the wrong day. You be like, damn, why I say that? But like, sometimes we just got to understand, like, we got to take ourselves down a notch and understand, like, I wasn't happy. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. It wasn't him. It was me.
We talk a lot about music here, obviously, but the things you're saying apply to all of that, but really just life and business in general.
Yeah.
It's been a great conversation.
Super great conversation.
It's
Nah,
dope.
I had fun with this.
All right, so when we're in ATL, you got to come back because I know this is the tip of the iceberg of information. Phil is so sick of having to take notes over here. He's like,
Where's my pad? Where's my pad?
Man, I'm full. This conversation
full too, man.
This is amazing. Nah, for real.
Thank you, man.
Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms at We Sound Crazy and WeSoundCrazy.com. Special thanks to our partners at
Visit Music City.
Visit Music City.
Nashville, the city has our back, so they're holding us down. You're an amazing example for people to be inspired by. I hope people watch this 5 times and take detailed notes about what was said here.
No, I appreciate
you. All right, so when we close out our episodes, we ask our special guests to choose the going away music, the going away song. So it could be anything that's on your mind. It could be what you think.
I'm a boss. Play it.
he's like easy.
You showing the paper, you gon' ball or not? I'm a boss. I play the shot. I call the call.
We sound crazy.